So the more that I'm exposed and out in the world and being exposed to that, I have to come home and I have to clean and purge and I have to ground and take a shower and clean my temple and all that stuff. So I have to practice like spiritual hygiene because that stuff, that energy accumulates in my system, that negativity as dissonance. So that's like the practice. Once you reclaim your avatar, it's constant maintenance. Think of it like a table. Any open table, you probably noticed, accumulates clutter. So you have to constantly declutter the table because there's an empty space there. Your psyche and your consciousness and your life is the same way. If you're not constantly decluttering, then the clutter is going to build up because we live in a completely cluttered world. Once everyone's healed, not so much. We won't have to perform as much maintenance. But living in this world as it is right now, it's constant maintenance, like you have to super vigilance and diligence all the time, all day, all day, all day, all day. You can't ever let your guard down, ever. Recently, like the last hurdle that I just crossed was I would go home and I would let my guard down around my family. And then they would say or do something, and I'd instantly be triggered into my default mode network and hijacked, boom. And here I am participating and feeding into the drama. So I had to, with my family, that was the hardest one, was, okay, keep your guard up and be on the lookout for the demonic activity, the hijacked default mode network, because it's going to be there. So you just have to always keep watch and be on the lookout for that. And practice active countermeasures within yourself so you're not getting triggered into it and feeding into it, and you just release and surrender and purge. And this is constant purging, constant releasing, constant surrendering, constant give it up, give it up. I surrender. It's not mine. I don't want it. All the time, right? And then what happens is your energy and how you feel becomes the most important thing to you. So if anything comes up and throws you out of that good feeling energy, you stop everything you're doing, because nothing in life matters except for your energy. So you stop everything you're doing and you do everything you can to get back to that flow state, to that good energy, the good vibes, high vibes, Christ state, whatever. And then once you're reestablished, then you go back out and continue what you were doing. But you realize at some point, if you're not in that energy, like your life is pointless. You're just suffering. And what's the point of living and being alive if you're just going to suffer? Like, your most important thing is how you feel. So it takes practice. It's a lifelong, eternal, forever practice. We'll be doing this forever. But once the world is healed, primarily, it'll be a lot easier, like a lot less maintenance. And you can tell if someone's legit in that energy or not because of their charisma, right? It's obvious. Oh, my glasses. Like, I can have trolls come in here and the trolls don't bother me. Like, when I see someone come in here trolling, I have compassion for them. I understand that they are the divine trying to operate a hijacked avatar, and they're struggling. And that's why they're attacking me, because they're demons inside of them. They don't want to hear the truth of what I'm saying, that, they are one with everything and they have to take responsibility for themselves and then ultimately take responsibility for the whole universe. Like, everyone's afraid of that. But that's just the ego that's afraid of that. Once you can step out of that with your awareness, step back from that, you're not afraid anymore. Like, all your fears are gone. What is there to be afraid of when you know you're eternal and you can make a new body? It's not that big of a deal. So whatever. And like I said, I had to die several times to really get that drilled through my head. The last time I died was right before Halloween, and I don't plan on taking any more. 1 second. I had to prove that I'm still here. It's funny. TikTok was like, slide the puzzle piece because it looks like you're inactive. So I had to prove that I still exist.